Hello everyone, it is the Last Beluga here with an update, stroke, announcement video, whatever you'd like to call it. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these, and it's been a long time since I've really updated frequently. So those of you who have stuck around, I thank you immensely. Now more than ever, do I really appreciate how much you guys have given for me over the years since I put out that first Civilization 4 video. I have been thinking a lot about this channel and about what I wanted to do with it moving forward. This is not a statement of me closing it down. This is not a statement of me, giving up forever on streaming or videos or whatever it is. In fact, it is quite the opposite. I'd like to be more active, and I believe now, with certain events transpiring the way that they have, that I do have that sort of ability and that time to be able to put forward to making quality content for you guys and in delivering new and kind of different things. I would really, really like to expand and to grow and to create a community here, and more importantly, to give back to the people who really have been integral in keeping this channel alive as it has been. So for those of you who are watching this video, for those of you who do care, I thank you tremendously. You've been instrumental, as I said, in keeping this all alive, and especially as I've been trying to sort out what the hell I want to do. So with that in mind, the thanks and the praise aside, what can we look forward to in the future? Well, two things would be my idea. First of all, I still really do want to continue playing Civilization games. I find Civilization games, Civ 4 was the first game I ever played as a kid, and I love all of them. Civ 4, Civ 5, even Beyond Earth, and Civ 6. And I really would like to play those a lot more. But the problem with playing those is that they are one-note games. You have to be in the mood to play a Civilization game, and you need to go through all of it. It's a longer game, and it's not really conducive well to viewer interaction. It's not great getting your guys' feedback if I have, 5-6 videos of, Beyond the Sword uploaded, and then someone goes, well, you missed a worker, or you missed an action there. Well, that's not really great. So there were two things which I did to try and counteract that a little bit. First of all would be to try and expand a bit from Civilization. As I said, that's by no means giving it up. I still really would like to pump out a fair bit of content for that coming up, but I would like to do other things as well. But that, no matter what I do, doesn't really change the viewer interaction part. So, of course, I've been starting to try to play around with and see how it works with Twitch TV. So I really would like to make the leap to Twitch. I think that it would be better for the viewers which are here. I think it would be better in growing a different community, one that is more instantaneous in their response, and a lot better. It's a lot more helpful community. I find it more enjoyable to stream live than to do kind of commentary just on my own, although I'm quite capable of doing both and quite willing to do both. But again, Civ isn't fantastic for streaming. I had done a bit of Civ for de-rusting, which I had done on there, and some people watch that. And the comment that I got is that, as good as it is, it's, how much are you going to do to sit there and watch someone else play Civ? So with that in mind, I've been recommended from some people to try out different types of games that are more conducive towards multiple people, I guess would be the best way of putting it. And of course, those are the sorts of MMOs of the world. And the big one that everyone has recommended was something like World of Warcraft. I know I streamed a little bit of Star Wars: The Old Republic. I enjoy that from a story component, but again, it's not terribly great from a viewer interactivity sort of component. So with that in mind, I am willing to give something like World of Warcraft a shot. However, I'm really new to it. I know of it. I've heard of it, through the grapevine. I'm sure everybody's heard of it, but I've never really done anything with it. I think a long time ago I had a trial which I got a character to 20 on or whatever, and that was basically it, and that was a very long time ago. So if I were to sit there and do that, I'd be interested in seeing what your guys' response was. I'd be streaming it live. I have no real reason to sit there and just do a post on it. I think that that's really boring. But to go in live and to sit there and to kind of jump in would be really neat, and I hope that you guys would kind of come over and join that with me. However, I'd also kind of get it if people aren't really interested in that sort of stuff and they kind of come for a more strategy component, which I'm sure World of Warcraft is not. So with that in mind, I leave kind of two separate questions at the end of this video, both of which I'll say in the comment, like in the statements below. I'll kind of pin it in the comments, and I'll also pin my Twitch handle. Most likely tomorrow at noon, I'm going to do a first kind of big test stream. I'm going to get all my settings in order with stuff like OBS, and I'm going to kind of see how I want to do everything, layouts, etc. I'd like to have that and then probably play some Civ after everything's up and running. I don't really want to leap into anything yet, especially not knowing people's reactions. I don't want to give time for people to see the video and to kind of post some comments, which I think are interesting. If there's no real comments or no one really cares about anything either way, I'll leap forward with that, see where it goes, see what the community says. If there are people who kind of strongly feel one way or strongly another, I'm more than willing to hear about it. If you guys have different recommendations for games that you would like to see me stream, I am, again, 100% willing and able to sit there and try and give them a shot. I would like to be a bit more variety-ish, but again, I kind of get why everybody was here to begin with. So, those are the two tasks which I'm giving to you, the viewers, if you would like to play a hand in how this channel is going to be moving forward, and whether or not you even like the leap to Twitch or not, if the time works or not. So far right now, I'm looking to start streaming at 12 PM EST. I know that that's probably early for PSTers, and for Europe it's kind of, well, that'd be kind of a little bit more prime time, but I'm going to give it a shot then. If the time isn't great for people, then I could definitely look at doing other times depending on my own schedule, and I'd like to have something a bit more formalized in my schedule and a little bit more in order so that everybody knows when I'm streaming, what I'm kind of doing when I'm doing it. I think that air of professionalism would definitely help in making sure that, you know, we as a small community are able to sit there and reach out to other people, because Twitch is a whole different beast than YouTube is, and it's sometimes very hard to get noticed on Twitch from what I hear. So definitely, to make that transition easier, the more people that come in, the more people see it, the more people come in, and it just kind of cascades from there. So I think definitely, like I said, I thank everyone for sitting there and watching these videos and for really, you know, keeping this alive as, you know, I try and figure everything out. But now is really the time to give the quality content which you all definitely deserve for keeping it around. And for new people who may see this video, you know, 2 years down the line, hopefully with 1 million plus people sitting there and viewing it in some hypothetical crazy world, welcome, because I'd like to believe that this is the start of something really, really positive for this channel and for this community as a whole. So thank you very much for watching. Please give me the recommendations and tune in tomorrow at noon to get going with hopefully the first of many live streams to come. This is the Last Beluga signing off. Out.